Hey Flosstube, welcome to Creative Whim Studio. Hey guys, I hope you had a wonderful Easter. I planned on doing a video last week on Saturday before Easter, so I could have wished a happy Easter then, but I ran out of time last Saturday and I just could not squeeze in a floss tube. But anyways, today's Saturday the 15th, April 15th, and Easter was last weekend, and it's still Easter. It's still Easter until Divine Mercy Sunday, which is tomorrow. So we have had amazing weather. Our Easter was fantastic. I will put a video of the kids, the grandkids, searching for Easter eggs outside. We had like 70-degree weather for Easter, and this week, like today, it's a little too hot. Like, I can't believe I'm saying that already in April. I think next week is supposed to cool down though. But yeah, we had to turn the air conditioning on, at least down here at the studio. We don't have trees around the studio. Remember, we took those down a couple summers ago, if you remember, if you watched me back then. And we don't have the shade that we used to, so it gets really hot down here now. And anyway, I hope you're having good weather where you are at. So it's been a great couple weeks. I ticked a lot of things off my to-do list. That always feels so good. Always feels good. This week I will be working on kitting up the kits for the Annabella's retreat. So all the patterns are done for it. Kyle got that done last week. So yep, I'm ready to go on that. And still working on my fabric line. So bad. So late with it. I feel terrible. And then, yeah, I sent in my thing for the summer, my cross-stitch piece for the summer Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher magazine. I was late with that too, guys. I completely forgot about it. And she reached out to me and I was like, oh, you know, spring is so busy, you know, with market, fabric lines are always due. I have 2 spring retreats, you know, and it's like everything just is kind of melding in together. So speaking of Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine, I got my spring one. I know everyone has seen it already. Such a great magazine. If you are not subscribed, do so. You can get the physical copies, which I prefer. I don't think I'll ever be that person that just wants PDFs. I like books in my hand. I like magazines in my hand. Anyways, you can get a digital. You can get like the PDF version of it. So I'm just going to share with you the piece that I had in the magazine. This is Beekeeper Punch Needle. I don't think it's focusing. There we go. I love this. I think it's so stinking cute. And what I did is I just finished it with a piece of sticky board. I cut it round, obviously. And then I covered that with some fabric from my Stitchy Birds line. And then I just, did I use 2 pieces? Yeah. So there's 2 pieces. The punch needle is actually adhered to sticky board, and then the fabric is adhered to the sticky board. Before I joined the 2 together though, I did put this pom-pom trim on there, and for the life of me I can't remember what the pom-pom trim is, so I'm looking it up here. That is Dames of the Needle. Snow White's Forest is the name of that pom-pom trim. And then I just had some green ribbon, tied a little bow, The bow is actually glued on, and then this hanger is between the two pieces. So anyways, I think she's just super cute. Very cute. I had her hanging back there. See that print there now? That is the Needleworker's Oath print. Yes. Something I hope to be adding to my Etsy shop soon. Those needleworker prints. What else happened this week? A couple of really interesting, different things happened this week. One I will talk about later, one I will talk about now. Donna, my friend from the Lansing area, she came and showed me how to finish a Biscore new, and we took pictures, we wrote instructions, so we'll have a handout for the Annabella's retreat for everyone there. I have no idea where I left off. I paused it to go do something. I don't know. Sorry, guys. And then I got doing something else, and then my alarm went off because I set alarms on my phone to remind me to do stuff, especially if it's a certain time I need to do something. And that went off, so I had to take care of that. And now I'm back, even though you didn't know I was gone. I had no idea what I was talking about. So, something I forgot to mention. Do you remember that song, I Can Only Imagine? I'm not going to sing because I can't sing well. But Mercy Me, that song came out, it was a while ago. And I can remember the first time I heard it, I had goosebumps. My entire body, I had goosebumps. And then it's like it was played on country music. It was played on pop radio stations. It was played everywhere. And the more I heard it, I would like tear up. I mean, it is such a moving song. Well, this morning, while I was working on my laptop, I was going to watch a Flosstube, and then I'm like, let's go see what... I like documentaries. Doggone it. Documentaries. And I have been watching some through Prime Video. Well, I went to that little, kind of tagline. They have them in the order of subject matter, or genres, I guess you could say. Anyways, I went into the documentaries one, and I saw, that I Can Only Imagine. And I thought, ooh, that would be interesting. Well, it's actually a movie. Why they had it in that, I mean, I guess it was a movie. I don't know why it was in that genre, but so good. So good. Especially if you're familiar with the song, and if it, moved you in any way. It's the story of how that song came to be. And oh my gosh, have a box of Kleenex there with you. That's all I have to say about that. So yeah, Prime Video, I Can Only Imagine. It's the Mercy Me story, I guess you could say. Because that's the song that put them on the map. So, okay. Moving right along, a couple of little announcements. I have all of the Nashville releases on our Etsy shop now. And Egg Collector, that was the Nashville exclusive, is also now available to all shops. It was exclusive to just shops that went to Nashville for 6 weeks. So now it's available to everyone. So I wanted to let you guys know that. There's a couple questions, and then our internet is down right now because we got our Starlink, guys, after like a year and a half of putting a deposit down on it. So Elon Musk, it's his solution to everyone having amazing internet. We shall see. We shall see. Kevin is working on putting it up right now, so I didn't get to go through all of the questions. It started like the little spinning wheel of death came up on my computer, and I'm like, oh, that's right, I don't have internet. So if there's more questions, I'll have to get to those next week. But there's a couple. Somebody was asking about a mystery Lugana. I'm not sure what pattern it was or any, she didn't mention any of that, but she said she was going to switch out a fabric, but somebody mentioned it was a mystery Lugana. And she said, well, if I knew what mystery Lugana, what that color was, then I would know how to color match it or something like that. Well, when people say, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that when people say it's a mystery linen, a mystery Lugana, a mystery Aida, it's because they don't know the name of that fabric. They might not even know who dyed the fabric, but they might know who dyed it, but they don't know the color of the fabric. That's one thing. There's another reason people call it a mystery linen or Lugana or Aida or whatever. It's because a fabric dyer, let's say they're going for a certain color in their lineup, okay? Let's say, you know, fox and rabbit paper bark. So let's say Brendan is dyeing fabric to, you know, that's going to be paper bark, and it comes out wrong, and it doesn't match any of their other fabrics in their line, and they don't want to create a whole new line or a whole new fabric category for us. Does that make sense? I'm really struggling here. I'm not a fabric dyer, so I'm struggling. So what they'll do is they'll cut that up and sell it, and it's a one-off. Like once it's gone, it's gone. It's not part of their line, so that sometimes they never name it because it's not going to be in their line, so they don't name it. So that's why sometimes people will call it a mystery fabric, a mystery linen, a mystery Lugana, mystery Aida, what have you. So I was no help to this lady because, you know, because when they say mystery, it's because they don't know what the fabric is. Will you have a Halloween fabric line this year? I will not. I will have an autumn fabric line instead of Halloween this time around, but it will not come out this year. It will come out next year, because when I work on a fabric line, it's about a year before it's actually in stores. So it'll be like a year from now or sometime in the summer next year. So if you're curious as to what, did you hear my dog? If you're curious to hear what fabric lines are coming very soon, I think in May, I'm like 99% sure it's coming in May, is the line called Kringle, and that is a Christmas line. And then I will have one coming out, oh, now I forgot. I want to say it's this year. I'm pretty sure it'll be fall, or, you know, it'll be late this year. It is called, what did I call it? Oh, Hop Hop Hooray. God. I'm sorry, guys. I wasn't planning on talking about this, so I didn't like, it wasn't in my head. Hop Hop Hooray. And that is a bunny line, very springy, flowery, and so pretty. I love it. It's going to be so good. So those are the two that I have that are already painted. They're already working on them. It's a done deal. Okay. And then I have this autumn line that I'm still working on. Okay. Let's go over whips. Okay. I have a start. I'll show that first. And this is, it's I guess, I don't know what you call it, but it's something that I'm not going to show the whole thing until I can. I'm just going to show you this Santa face because it's so stinking cute. This is for a shop that asked me to design an exclusive for them for a certain reason. That's all I'm going to say. But I just have to show you this Santa face because I think it's the cutest Santa face I've ever designed. This is in my 805 bag, Tara 805 Stitcher, because I absolutely love the Grinch. And when I was on her, in her Etsy shop, I should probably, I'll link her below. 805. When I saw she had a Grinch bag, I'm like, I'm on it. That is mine. And I purchased that from her. So this is something that I've designed for someone else. and it will be available like a year from now. I'll be able to release it, okay? But anyway, look at this cute Sienna face. I love him. I think he's so stinking cute. So he's gonna be kind of tall, and I can't wait for you to see what he's holding in his hands, and his arms come down, and he's holding something so cute. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cute things. So I don't know, I'll talk with her. Actually, I'll continue to show it until I don't know. I'll ask her if I can continue to show it, because you're not going to know what it's for. So anyway, I'm not going to have the whole thing done before she releases it anyway. So I'm sure it'll be fine if I just show my slow progress. This is the Mystery Sale. Pretty much everything I'm showing you, you can't get right now. I'm so sorry, but these are things that will be available. I feel bad that I'm not working on something that you can go out and purchase right now, but this is the Mystery Sale for Tier 4 in my Patreon group. It's called Simple Life, and this is part 1. So today is the 15th, so I just released part 2 of this sampler this morning. So that's part 1. And I can't wait to work on part 2. Now, in case you're new to my channel, I just want to explain what this mystery stitch is all about, this mystery sale. After we are done with the mystery sale, which will be in August, I will have mine, I will be done stitching it. I will send it out to get framed. Once I get it framed, and I get it photographed and I write the instructions, then I will release it. It might be released with other patterns, or it might just be released on its own. It just depends on when I get it back and when I get it done. So any mystery sale that I do in Patreon and any antique sampler that I reproduce, those will be released just whenever. I'm not gonna hold them off for a big release like Nashville or something like that. So that will be available. Then the other one that I worked on, oh, that's right. This also, the one I just showed you, Simple Life's, the mystery sale, that was in my 805 stitcher bag that I just love, of Janet Wecker Frisch, her amazing fabric lines that I just, oh, it's so cute. Do I have a picture of this? Hopefully I do. That's right, I don't. And I just usually show you the original antique sampler. Ah, doggone. All right, hold on. This is an antique sampler that I bought, I don't know, probably a couple years ago by now. And I love these deer. These deer are hilarious. Let me get closer. They, to me, look like they have like a human face. They're so funky. Alrighty then. That's terrible. It's trying really hard to focus. Anyway, it's not focusing, so. But it's beautiful. I love it. I love the faded colors in that. This is called Teach My Heart. And it's a very common sampler phrase. What does it say? If I am right, thy grace impart, still in the right to stay. If I am wrong, oh, teach my heart to find that better way. And that's, I've seen that on other samplers as well. So this is my progress. Like it so far? Sorry, I just, when you think you're prepared, you realize, no, not prepared. This is turning out really pretty. I like doing alphabets, and I love stitching in silk. So when I last showed this, I was up to the D, and this row and this row, I had it maybe to here, somewhere around here. Anyway, I stitched all that border. I finished all that green. I finished the second D and then all the way over. This blue was, it was somewhere around here as well. That checkerboard blue I did. This alphabet was done. This dark, no, it wasn't. This alphabet was done. This whole part was done. But I finished, I forget where I was on that. I think it was on, I started with the R, the second R. Yep, and I did S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, 1, 2, 3. I finished the checkerboard down here as well, the yellow checkerboard. And then, like I said, this one was done, this blue was done. I pulled out, I tell you what, it took me just as long to frog. I think I had A, B, C, maybe even the D. A, B, C done, A, B, C, D done, and it was stitched over one. It took me forever to stitch it, but it took me just as long to rip it out because it was just too bulky. I didn't like the look of it, and I was watching Brenda and Laura, and Brenda said that she stitches just, you know, one leg. Is that a tent stitch, I think? Just stitched one leg because it's so small that it looks like a full stitch. You can't tell because it's so teeny tiny. And I was looking at mine and I'm like, it looks terrible. Mine was bulky and it looked, you couldn't make it out real clear. So I ripped it out and I'm just going to do one leg. So that's a whole alphabet that will take all of that. And then this was about right here. And I finished all of that as well as that checkerboard. So I stitched the most on this during the week. And I love it on this fabric. I think the colors are really, really pretty. I'm about to get into the fun stuff. Like after this part, then there's like this bird and tree right here. And then these big letters. Big O letters. So the verse will take up probably this huge, this big of a spot. And then there's a berry bowl. And then there's a satin stitched. I think it's satin stitched. Maybe not. Cross stitch triangles here. And then there's the deer, the bird, and the tree, and another deer. So, I mean, I need to cut this because it's only going to take up probably this much. And so, as you can tell, it's much smaller than the original sampler, which I think is so cute. I think these colors they work really nice together. So pretty. But I really like stitching the alphabets. And this little like, I don't know what you'd call it, but this little design row here, that was really fun and really easy to stitch. I really enjoyed that too. So yeah, I'm having a blast on that. This is being stitched on Fox and Rabbit, I want to say paper bark. Oh, Teresa. I got it right here. Oh, it fell out. Baked Clay. Sorry. Baked Clay by Fox and Rabbit. So what I did, because I'm stitching in silk. Well, I don't have silks here. So what I did is I stitched the DMC on here, and then so I would know if those worked with the sampler, because you know when you pull the floss, it doesn't always look the same as when you stitch it. So I stitched them out, and that's how I knew which colors to pick from DMC. Then I gave those DMC numbers to Jean at the attic, and she so lovingly chose DMC silks for me. So there's a mixture. There's gum nut, which I had never heard of. Then there's Classic Colorworks Belsois. Well, it would be way easier to look at this. Dinky Dyes, Belsois. There's 4 Belsois, 1 Dinky Dye, 2 Dinky Dye, and 1 Gum Nut. And anyways, I'm thoroughly enjoying the silks. Oh my gosh, I could totally be happy just stitching in silks. I can't get over how much easier it is to stitch with silk. So I might have to get some silk here in the studio because I have none. I have all cotton floss. Oh geez. I don't want to lose my little clips here. So those are my whips. Then a fully finishes. I only have art fully finishes. So this is what I painted on What You Paint Wednesday. Not this past week, but the week before that. Yeah, so it would have been like the week before Easter. Love those fun turkeys. Maybe I already showed that one. I don't know. I don't think I did though. And then this one is the one I painted just this past Wednesday. Whoops. I love that dude. I think he's so cute. His little flared pant legs. He has like no butt. He's so cute. I love the squirrel jumping towards the feed. So fun. I think it's fun and whimsical. Then we have some beautiful finishes that you all sent in, so I appreciate that so much. Let's start out with Christine Hack. She stitched Santa Nose, and she said, I stitched this for my best friend. We are both knitters. This was a huge project for me. I used the called for thread and mystery fabric that has a sparkle to it. I love it. I'm proud of it. It made my friend happy. Thank you. Christine from St. Louis, Missouri. Thank you, Christine. That is one of my favorite ones. Anything with sheep and Santa and wool. Next we have Brenda. Brenda sent in Faith, Hope, Peace, and Love sampler. I stitched on 18 count Ada by Picture This Plus. She said it's the softest Ada she had ever had. She loves stitching on it. She stitched this. She changed it. She customized it for her granddaughter, which is so cool. So she changed quite a bit in it, which I think is awesome. The colors are all different, which, you know what? I don't take offense to that. I never would. I feel like once you buy a pattern, if you want to change the colors to suit your style or give it as a gift and you want to match it to their decor or change initials and all of that, I think that is fantastic. She changed the house also to look like her granddaughter's house, which I thought was so cool. So thank you, Brenda, for sharing that with us. Next we have Patty. She said, I love your patterns. I enjoyed stitching this and couldn't wait to fully finish it to display. My first stitch be on 18 count Ada. Stitched on 28 count Mushroom Lagana by Zweigart using all the called for threads. I could hardly put it down. Oh, that's so cool. I love it when people enjoy a stitch. This was 'Tis a Merry Spring that was in the Spring Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher magazine. Was it 2021 or 2022? I think it was 2021. Next we have Delnora. She sent in Green Coat Santa. She stitched it on 40 count vintage country mocha with the called for DMC. She said, I love stitching this and it has been gifted to my best friend who loves it. That's so cool. Very nicely done. Oh, it looks so good. That fabric is great. Thank you for sending that in. And then we have Margot Egan. She said, I finished your amazing Newcastle bouquet and just had to share it with you. I stitched this piece in honor of my dad. I know he would love it. Thank you for such a stunning chart, Teresa. Have a wonderful day. That is so sweet. Aw, thank you. Thank you for sending that in. So thank you, ladies. I so appreciate you sending those in. If anybody else would like to do that, just send me an email and your pictures at teresakogut3@gmail.com. Thank you so much. this week on Tuesday, I got to meet a wonderful lady. Her name is Jeffrey Glass. She lives like the next town north of Davison, kind of northwest a little bit, but yeah, just the next town up. And anyway, she contacted me because she has, I'm going to insert a picture of the sampler. She contacted me because her great aunt stitched a sampler in 1850, and she was asking me if I would like to chart it because it is, because she said that she, you know, thought from my videos that I was Catholic, and she thought I might be interested in charting it because her aunt went to a Covenant school. Or I always say that because her aunt went to a convent school and was taught by nuns. So they had to stitch this sampler. And she remembers it hanging, you know, in her family's home as she grew up. And so I'm not going to share the entire story with you because I want to wait until, well, she's going to type it all out for me too, because I'll probably get it all wrong if I just try to go off my memory. But I'm going to chart it, and then the cool part is she's going to stitch it. I just love that. I asked her if she would like to stitch it, and so she's going to stitch it, and then we are going to release it to you. And she also had her great aunt's sewing box that had a painting on the top of it, and she gave me a copy of a picture. It shows a picture of her great aunt, and that sewing box is sitting next to her great aunt. So I'm going to also chart that painting that's on top of that sewing box. So it'll be a set that will come in the same pattern. And the photo of her great aunt will be included in the chart. All the story and the history of it will be included in the chart as well. So that was wonderful to meet her. So it was so funny because I thought, I'm going to get to this restaurant and she's going to recognize me, but I have no idea what she looks like. So it's kind of funny. Kevin dropped me off because he had some errands to run. So he drops me off. Oh, there's a deer out there. We see deer every day now, and it's just glorious. I love it so much. Well, so we were pulling in, and she was just getting out of her car, but I didn't know that was her. And Kevin slows down and he goes, Jeffrey? And she goes, yeah. And I was kind of shocked he said that because she wasn't carrying anything. I didn't realize she was going to the back of her car to get it out of the trunk. So I was like, and she's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, you know. So anyways, we walked in together. We sat down together, and I had a gift for her. And she goes, oh, I brought you a gift too. And I'm like, I know, the sampler. I can't wait to see it. And she goes, no, I made you something. So I gave her a gift, and I said, well, mine pales in comparison to what you gave me. I mean, oh my gosh, I have to show you what she gave me, you guys. She made me a project bag. Now, Jeffrey is an avid quilter, and she loves quilting and she loves cross-stitching. And I love that those two things seem to go hand in hand with a lot of, you know, a lot of quilters stitch and a lot of stitchers quilt. So this is my Stitchy Bird line, and this bag is all quilted. It has a little thing on it, a little charm that says create. And look, guys, she stitched my little heart and hand and put it as one of the little quilt blocks. What? It's so cute. And then check out the rickrack. It's such a pretty light buttery yellow color. Here's the back. There's rickrack on that too. It's just so beautiful. And she said that rickrack, I can't remember now what she said. I wish I could have that memory where everything that was told to you was like ingrained in your head and you could remember. Menopause brain, that's what I'm blaming it on. She said that, I don't know if it was her friend or it was a relative, was at a rummage sale, a estate sale of some sort, and there was a bag full of trims, and it was like only $10, I think she said. And she was thinking in her head, like, do I really need this bag? Like, I really don't need it. But then she's like, for 10 bucks, or maybe it was $5. Jeffrey, if you're watching this, I apologize that I don't get things right. $5 or $10, whatever, it was still steal of a deal either way. So when she got it, she couldn't believe the amazing trims that were in there. And this, I feel so honored that she used one of those beautiful old trims on this bag for me. It's so pretty. So thank you, Jeffrey. I love it. I'm so happy that I could share it on Flosstube because now I can use it. So yeah, and the sampler is not large. It was stitched in, wool threads, and the problem is just finding the time to chart it. It won't take me long once I sit down to do it, but it will probably be mid-May or even June, because I have a retreat in May as well that I'm prepping for. So we'll see. We shall see. And then Denise of Goose Designs. I mentioned her last week, and I showed a picture of the bags that she's making of my Bright Stars fabric. And she's like, which one's your favorite? And I said the navy blue one was my favorite. And she's like, well, I'm sending all 3 of them to you anyways. And I was like, what? Why are you doing that? That's just too nice. She's such a doll. So thank you, Denise, so much. So here is the absolute gorgeous Goose design bags. I'm telling you, go to her Etsy shop. She has them for sale. She's making more. Red, guess what? White, or you should, white, cream, and blue. Mine's not really white, but this is my favorite pattern too, in that line with the flowers on the back. Love it, love it, love it. And because I said that the blue was my favorite, she put a sweet charm on there for me. So nice. So pretty. So Denise, you are amazing. I will be giving away one of these if I must. If I must. But not today, because I have other things that I'm doing today. So yes, very, very generous. This whole community blows my mind. Blows my mind. All right. I'm on to haul now. I don't have a lot of haul. I do have my Fox and Rabbit. I belong to their Patreon, and here is their April charts. This is Elizabeth Campbell, 1838. Isn't that cool? Look at those birds. I love the birds. So cool. The birds in like a fountain. That's very unique. I love that. And then we have Nancy Wilkinson, 1818. If I get behind it, maybe you can see it better. Very nice, Karen. Thank you so much. I love it. Oh, one more haul that I don't think I have over here. 1 second. I have 2 designs that I need black fabric for, and I purchased black fabric from a couple of different people, and to me they just are too blue. They have a blue cast to them. So I was looking online at Dames of the Needle, and she has one called Top Hat. Is that what it's called? Hold on. Old Top Hat. And I'm thinking, well, no, that's going to be black. That's not going to have any blue in it. But she said she would do it for me. She would dye it for me. She didn't have any. And I needed 36 count. And I'm sorry, I'm distracted by this deer out here. I keep looking at it. And she was getting ready to go to a show. So by the time she got done with the show and she got home and, recuperating, she just had market and everything. Oh my gosh, she's a busy lady too. So she dyed this for me just last week. It's all clean and fresh. But look at this black. Oh my gosh, she nailed it. You know what? You can see through it. If I put white behind it, I'm afraid the white will show. I don't want that to happen. Oh no, that looks perfect. Look at how awesome this fabric is. See when it's like that. For some reason it will change the color, but look at the modeling in that. That's pretty accurate right there. That's how it is. It's not gray. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's so beautiful. Elizabeth, thank you so much for doing that so fast for me. I really appreciate it. So now I have these 2 models I can get sent out on Monday. One is a Adam and Eve, which has been in my sketchbook. Oh, there's 2 more. I think that's the mom with the two babies. Oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. Donna was here yesterday, right before she left. Or no, yeah, right before she left. The deer were in the yard. Oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. Matter of fact, it was kind of funny. So the deer are in the yard, and you know, we watched them and we were talking and stuff. So she goes to leave, and they had already walked off into the woods by then. They walked basically through our whole yard and then off into the woods. And so I'm thinking, okay, they're gone. So I was tidying up down here, and I go to open the door, and I just happen to look. Normally I don't look, and I should always look. And I was just in a hurry to get out of here because I was so hungry. It was like 7 o'clock at night. And I went to open the door, and I looked, and they were standing right in my driveway, like right there. And Athena saw them, and she like lunged at the door, and thank goodness I had a hold of the handle really good, and I shut the door, and they didn't even run off. They're standing there looking at us. Stood there for the longest time, and I'm like, I'm hungry, can you please go? So Kevin made some ruckus up at the house on the deck, and it scared him off. And then there was still one out here by the pond, which I didn't see. So I put a collar on Athena. Thank God I just happened to have one down here that was from one of our other dogs. I put that on her, and I just had her by the collar and led her up to the house. And I love them, but I won't leave if I don't like leaving when they're out there, because I don't want to scare them off so much that they don't come back. But they're right by the pond right now, and they're drinking out of the pond. It's so pretty, you guys. Teeny's sitting here. She has no idea. No idea. So that was my haul. And then Whims of the Past. So I was looking for something. What was it? Oh, yeah. I was looking for something, and I found these Market Square books. When we used to have Primitive Folk, we would do the Market Square show. We started in, what did I say before? We started in 1994. And it wasn't maybe 2 years after that, I signed with this company called Vermont Cotton Company. And they always took out a full-page ad on the back of the Market Square preview book. And that's, I forgot the name of it. Never Enough Time. Yep, Never Enough Time. So they did t-shirts, like cream colored t-shirts, and had my artwork on them. And we used to take an ad out too. Oh, here's my ad for Primitive Folk. Yeah, this was 1996. New for 1996, Let Love Rain. Whoopsie. And then, do I have one in this one? Oh, I do. Okay. Ooh, this one, the color is terrible. God, the color is horrible on this one. This is, on the back, was Vermont Cotton Company. Now, this is Woolen Mittens, and this is one I would really like to chart. I think it's so... Can you see it? Are you seeing it? I think it's so cute. So the mom in the center, she's holding a string of mittens, and the little kiddos with the little prim house in the back. He's got a sled, and then there's a little snowman next to the girl. So fun. I love that one. I really need to chart that. And then a few weeks ago when I was showing you some of the stuff I used to do, I had the angel series. This is the Snow Angel. So anyway, I was gonna try to find the originals to show you. I know I have them somewhere, and I thought I knew where, but I couldn't find them. But I did find some things I thought you might want to see. I love looking at this old stuff because it's so different from what I do now. It just kind of blows my mind, but it also, like I said, it's just very nostalgic. This is Baskets, Bees, Birds, and Me. So we sold this as a 16 by 16 print. Very prim. And then this one is Gingerbread Potting Shed. This was in 1996. I think this was 97. Nope, that was 1996 as well. Gingerbread Potting Shed. Her with her little pots of flowers. I'm so glad that I still have these. Shh. So loud. And then I remember showing you guys in my catalog, Take Time to Smell the Roses. Oh, that's really muddied up. I think that was like a 7 by 20. Oh, that's not that old. This one is 19. This is 95. What is happening? Hold on. This is funny. This is funny. So this was the first one I painted. Yeah, she's not so cute. And it says, no, other side. So here's the first one I painted. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. But her face isn't near as cute as hers. And that's the one we went with. Yeah, so that was 1995. So long ago. Was that 28 years? $28 years ago. Literally a lifetime ago. Like 30 years, almost 30 years. Apples and Mums. When was this? See, at one point I stopped, oh, this is 97. I stopped dating them. My agent told me not to date them because for licensing, people wanted new. So if they saw an old date on it, they wouldn't want to license it, which totally made sense. So I would date them on the back a lot of times. But yeah, Apples and Mums, like a little storefront, little country store. This was for a fabric line. Oh, is this dated? No, let's see it. But the number's on it 235, if that means anything to you, because I'm over 4,000 paintings now. So, number 235. That tells you it's pretty old. But it was a fabric line. And these little bears, little patriotic bears. Hold on. It's a non-directional, so... Like, look at that little wagon with the bunny and the bear and the lamb in it. Like, look at this bunny. I think these should be charted as little smalls. Look at him with his little star wings. The little sheep. He's cute too. I just think they're fun, and it might be kind of fun for me to revisit some of these older paintings and chart them. I don't know. Tell me in the comments if you're interested in anything like that. Look at this guy. I love him. Little scarf on his neck. Now that one would probably be, I mean, to get this detail, there's no way I'm ever going to get this detail though, unless I make it ginormous. And I know I don't want to be a dense stitcher anymore. Like Deb and Kev says. I think that's hilarious. But yeah, these little bunnies with the flags, with the wings. Anyway, let me know. Oh, did you see this guy? He's got a flag on his tail. Let me know in the comments if you are interested in any of that kind of. It's way more cutesy than what I normally do nowadays. But just let me know. One last thing. So I don't even know if Deb and Kev watch my videos, but this is right up their alley. Well, I should say right up Deb's alley and right up Pam from Just Keep Stitching. Pam and stuff. Right up their alley. This was a line of fabric I did. Oh gosh. There's no date. So I don't know. But, oh god, so many of those motifs. This could be made, actually, it could be made into a cross stitch and just have the squares like they are. And then the border, there's all these stars. Let me get my face out of there. Dolphin, sailboat, shells, captain's wheel, bucket, anchor, lighthouse, pelican, lobster, another lighthouse, a whale. It's a whale, yeah, a whale, a compass, a crab. The crab has a star on his back. A little sand castle, a buoy. All things. Oh, and look at the striped lighthouse. I like that. And then so that would have been like the sampler style fabric. And then this was the repeating stripe fabric. So there's the lighthouse row, all the flags. And a row of anchors at the bottom. And I love how vivid these colors are. Now I painted this. This was back when I first started designing fabric. I wasn't designing quilting fabric. I was designing for Fab, and they supplied Joann stores. So that's how long ago this was. This was like my, you know, way early when I first started designing fabric. Because after designing with them, so Fab and South Sea Imports, they were the same company. But one part of their company made a lesser quality fabric and shipped it to Joann Fabric. And then South Sea Imports was their part of the company that sold higher quality fabric and more expensive to quilt shops. Okay. And I don't know if it's like that anymore. I don't know if Joann Fabrics, you know, are any different than quilt shops. I don't know. Like I said, this was like 20 some years ago, probably 25 years ago when I painted this. That's just blows my mind. All right, that's it. We have giveaway now. Oh no, we don't. We have sale. I forgot about the sale. So this week's sale, I have a punch needle and a cross stitch. The punch needle is blue ribbon. You know, I figured this was kind of fitting because all of the county fairs and stuff, you know, these were the prize animals at the county fair. And then we have this little Prim Spring Rabbit. This was actually one of the original paintings I was trying to find because I painted this as a 16 by 20 back when we had Primitive Folk. So this is an old piece. So I have charted some of my old artwork. Here's one of them right here. I thought he was fitting for gardening. You know, gardening is kicking up right now. All over the country, people are planting flowers and getting their gardens ready. So those will be 20% off in my Etsy shop. What else? Now we're on to giveaway. So the giveaway was that pouch, With Thy Hands pouch. Thank you for entertaining me with your With Thy Hands sentences. I appreciate that. So this is the pouch. Oh, I didn't do the winner because Kevin, the internet's down. Let me go see if I can do it now. He might have it working. The winner is Angie. Congratulations, Angie. Angie said, I love, love, love that little bag. With Thy Hands, I work in the garden, cook and pray. I can't believe how big our grands are getting. So cute. Oh, how big your grands are getting. So cute, and a laugh a minute. You are not kidding. Thank you so much for all of your comments. I had a blast reading them. And Angie, if you could just email me at teresakogut3@gmail.com and just put, you know, Flosstube winner, and then just remind me that you won the pouch. That'd be awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, so when they were over on Thursday, Ellery, like, they're flip-flopping. It's so weird. She used to take forever to fall asleep for a nap, and he would just be out like that. Now she's falling asleep really fast, and he's flopping and flopping and flopping, and comes out and peeks, and I'm like, get back in bed and all that. Also with eating, she is just wolfing it down, and he's not eating. It's like they flip-flopped. Anyways, it's so bizarre when kids do that. We had chicken on the grill. It was 80 degrees when they were here. No humidity on Thursday. Just a beautiful sunny day. We had so much fun playing outside with them. And we had chicken on the grill. Barbecue chicken on the grill. And she ate so much chicken. She ate a leg. She ate every piece of meat you could possibly get off the bone on that leg. I asked her if she wanted me to cut the meat off, and she said no. Easton, he wanted me to cut it off. Then she ate a wing, like the drumette part of the wing. Again, not a stitch left on there. And then she ate a part of a chicken breast. I cut a piece of chicken breast off for her. And the girl ate so much. I love it when kids eat, though, you know. I'm like, she must be growing. She must be growing because she's sleeping more and eating more. You know what I mean? And she is going to be 5, May 6th, you guys. Freaks me right out. Oh, we're going to be in Florida. Oh, I got to let Bree know that because, oh my gosh, I don't want to miss her birthday party. But they'll probably have it up without us because otherwise they'd have to wait like 2 weeks. Oh, geez. Oh, I'm going to be heartbroken. Oh my gosh. Sorry guys, you had to witness that. Yeah, because, yeah, I'll miss it. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Grandma fail. Okay, the giveaway this week are 2 needle or cross stitch kits. This was a company I licensed to many, many years ago. JCA Incorporated, but it's under Needle Treasures. This is called Baby Collection, and you get, it's Ada, but you could always switch out the fabric, but you get all the floss. And you can personalize it, as you can see there. This was from some of my artwork that I did for a fabric line for babies. So if you want to be in on that giveaway, it's called Baby Collection, so we'll just go with baby. Next, by Needle Treasures, this is Animals on Parade. It's kind of funny because I was going to chart this myself, and I kind of forgot that they had already charted this. Doesn't mean I won't chart it, because I would make mine more prim and more simplified. I don't like all the back stitching in it either, but yeah, Animals on Parade. And you get the Ada and all the floss. It's like a light blue Ada for the sky. So basically it's all stitched. The sky is the fabric, but like this entire thing is stitched. Oh, that's a lot of stitching. Because I'm a dense stitcher. All right, guys, that's all I have for you this week. Hold on, I gotta write something down. Goose. Sorry. Let me just check. I'm pretty sure I covered everything. 20%. That's it. That is it for this week. Thank you for joining me today, and make sure you check out some new Flosstubers. I'm trying to think. I'll probably butcher this because I didn't have it in my notes, but Debora Carroll, I will link hers. She has her first video out. It's split into two, but I got to meet her in Nashville, so she's super sweet. Make sure you go check her out. The Wishing Thorn, is that the name of it? The Wishing Thorn? Birgit? I'm sure I'm butchering her name too. She's wonderful, and I love watching her videos. She is very knowledgeable about antique samplers, and I just love all the information that she shares, and she has some amazing stitching. She's been stitching for a long time, so but yeah, check those. Are the only two I can think of off the top of my head, but yeah, so check out those guys and give them some love and some support and thumbs ups and subscribes. And that's it for this week. Have a wonderful week. I hope you get lots of creative things done, and I will have a video at the end showing our grandchildren searching for Easter eggs. Poor Easton. He kept falling because his boots were she had to get him new boots because the other ones were too small, and he's like in between sizes, so they were a little bit big, so he fell like 3 times and all of his eggs spill out. And Sissy was trying to help him she ran over and grabbed one of his eggs, and he thought she was taking them from him. He's like, Sissy, no. And I'm like, it's okay. She's just helping you pick them up. They're so cute. Anyways, create every day. Bye. Oh, baby, okay? Jeez.
Oh, he looked just like Grandpa earlier. Did you fall?
Except you had a bucket of something else.
Yeah, I had a bucket of poo.
Good job.
Riding the one wheel collecting gems from dogs.
Go up there, Easton. Go up there.
Yeah, I tend to hear a little bling, and I get cats every time I pick one out. Yesterday,
There's none up that far, Easton.
pretty smooth.
Easton, there's none up that far. Come back this way.
So smooth,
Stop. Oh.
Pick those feet up. Your boots are big on you, buddy. You need to.
Yeah, you should have seen me getting under that pine tree.
yeah, I wish I had. Kind of like you wish you'd see me wipe out.
Right? Oh, I thought he was going for it. Yay! You got one. Oh, honey. You need different shoes.
Sissy, no!
Oh, she's helping you, babe. She's helping. Thank you. That was nice. There you go, sweetie.
It's not.
That was nice. There's still some, Bubby, there's still some in this pine tree area.
That pond looks good. It does. Gotta find a way to keep it that way. Right. Only it can stay like that. You were talking about drilling out the... Yeah.
Hey guys, come this way.
Watch where you're walking under that.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. All right. Come over here. Come over here. Both of you come over by Grandma Gigi. Now stop. Now stop. All right, now look at the tree. Bubby, Bubby. Watch your head now. Watch the thing. Yeah. Oh. Bye.